thank you for taking your time to join us today on this Saturday. I appreciate that a lot. Faith, I've asked Faith to come on. She's been gracious with her time to give us. I asked her to give us some little updates of the meeting in Dubai and new things and kind of direction and where the company's going, that kind of thing. And then update people on the situation with the software computer system that's happening right now and the changes that are going on. But let me just say this. You know, I'm a big analogies person, and I could come up with analogies the rest of the day about this. But it's kind of like if you get on an airplane and you fly coast to coast wherever you are, right? The plane takes off, and as soon as it takes off, it starts making course, changes, right? It turns and varies and that kind of thing because of weather and traffic and conditions and that kind of thing. So companies and businesses are the same way. When you start a business and you come up with a business plan and you work everything out and you launch the business, it never stays the same as your business grows, as it explodes and conditions change and that kind of thing. Businesses need to make course corrections just like any other entity. Governments change, Google changes its terms, Facebook change, everything in the world changes. The world changes, and if you don't change and the world changes around you, soon enough, you're going to become, you're not going to make it. So you have to make smart changes in business to navigate the waters and to succeed. So the company has made some changes. And let me just remind you of the simplest thing. Faith does not own the company. She is not a company employee. She did not make these decisions herself. So she is one of us, guys. She's on our team, and she is a fighter, and she represents us, and she fights for us, and because she is a rep just like you and I. So she is our friend. She is our partner. She is our leader. And Faith, thank you for coming on. And we welcome you. We appreciate you being here and look forward to you updating our amazing team.
Yes, absolutely. I tell you, I've been fighting with corporate for quite some time. And I tell you, there are 20 leaders, top leaders on the council. And sometimes it's like crickets there. But I'm the most vocal person there because I'm not here just to say, I want to make as much money as I can. My goal here is to make sure that every one of you make as much money as you can and be able to help other people. And that's what we do. I was talking to Dagfin and showing me all of the charitable work they were doing. They introduced me last night. They said, this is Blessing. Blessing is doing a lot of work. And so I went and looked at her Facebook page and I friended her. It is truly amazing. And that is why we're here. We're not here to be billionaires, just to be billionaires like many of the others. And so what I want to tell you is things that you don't see behind the scenes, I am fighting for. We asked corporate for 3 weeks before they implemented the change. We asked for 3 weeks. You know what they gave us? You already know, 3 days. And so what I did was I immediately called an emergency meeting of everyone. It was about 11 p.m. Dubai time. And we got about 400 out of 100,000 people to attend, right? And the goal was that everyone would take that information and the strategy that we presented and bring it down into the teams. But that didn't happen quite as well as we thought. And so we had another meeting and we got great attendance there. Now, 3 days later, they implemented the plan. Unfortunately, and you and I know, some people who shouldn't have been deactivated were deactivated. They're working on that. But the bottom line is this. We're going to be earning 250%, including our quick start bonus, including our quick start bonus, including our binary, including our matching bonus, including all of our bonuses except for the rank bonus. So when you rank, you get that money, you get the deduction from the VC fund, et cetera. But all of the other funds, all of the other bonuses going to be included in the 250%. Why? We've got people like me, who are making 10,000% of what we put in. We've got people who are not like me because I continue to build, I continue to support my team. But there are other people not like me, like my sponsors. They just log in and take the money. Log in, take the money. No contribution to the ecosystem. What's going to happen there? We're all business people. We all know it's going to implode. because we've got to bring in revenues while we go into this new life of Qubitlife. Qubitlife is going to be far different than Qubit Tech. And I'm going to talk a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share my screen and show you a mini presentation. But what we're trying to do here, we're trying to go from just having digital licenses and educational licenses and corporate license. We're trying to go towards having real products and services that's going to contribute to the ecosystem, which is going to allow us to establish a basic foundation for profitability for years to come. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen. And there are errors in everything, guys. They are all working on it. They're all fixing it. And I'm in the VIP support group, and you don't even want to know my language. You don't want to know my language because I'm giving them the hardest time they've ever seen, right? You know, a lot of people see that I'm up on a stage, and what happens is I get this huge gold bar, right? I get the rank 12 from my work and our work. Yes, I deserve that. $500,000. I get, what else did they give me? They gave me this watch, Frank Mueller, with the Bitcoin watch. But you know what? This is what I told them. I said it was bittersweet. Because at the last day of the event, when we should have had excitement going forward, the last day of the event, you implement those plans. And those plans put a damper on my celebration, so I can't even do that. Okay? So I just want to let you know that I'm in the trenches. I'm not up in the Ivy Tower. That's just not the way I do business. And you probably don't know many leaders at my level that you can even touch, that you can even speak with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what's going on that I'm excited about with the company. Yes, we got hiccups. All companies do. I remember when Avon and Amway got started. Guess what happened? They couldn't even deliver a product. It was a nightmare. Many people walked away. But those who stayed, look at them now. They're at the top of the mark. Sometimes we have to deal with it and understand that life and deals aren't perfect, because we know even in our lives, what happens? We wake up, we've got a plan. By the time it's noon, it's all changed. Something happened. It just blows our whole day. It blows our whole week, our whole month, sometimes our whole year and our whole lives. Even in relationships, we know that. And so what I want to talk about, I'm not going to go through this update presentation in its entirety, but what I'm going to do is, let's see here. Yes, we are family. Here are the results, all those great things. Sam Geary, a good friend of mine. He's actually my up line, is now a new member of the Leadership Council. He typically doesn't put his face in front of anything. But after he saw what was going on with corporate, he's one of the best friends of Mr. Mark Swickel, the Chief Marketing Officer. So he said, yes, I'll join the Leadership Council. And I'm like, what? What does he know? You know, and so we talked a lot, you know, and I had to get rid of some Facebook lives that I was partying with him. It wasn't quite ready for prime time. And so there we are there. We've got ranking going on. That's wonderful. We've got so many people on our team. If you look at my Facebook page, that are ranking every single day. We've got people who are complaining and not doing anything and just waiting. But we've got a whole lot more people who are saying, I get it. I'm going to go on and I'm going to throw $100 in. I'm going to throw $10,000 in. I'm going to throw $100,000 because my $260,000 worth of digital license expired overnight. What did I do? I put in 50,000. And I said, wait a minute, that's not going to be enough because I'm maxing out on the binary. So I put in 150,000 more. So I've got $200,000 now working in it. But no, not everyone has that type of money. I get it. I understand. But I tell people this, if you're able to find something so you can start earning money. Because if you wait on corporate to fix the errors, we know how support is. You guys already know. You know it's going to take a while, but don't sit back waiting. Dictate your direction, dictate your life, and put in whatever you can afford to put in so you can continue to earn your direct referral bonus because they're upgrading. Yeah, they're buying. If you don't, you won't get any of that. Continue to get your binary. Continue to rank up. And so here's the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to talk about all of the folks who've actually ranked since the event. Freedom Group, look, rank 8, Freedom Group. So Freedom Group is not stopping. They are like, these guys on fire. They're excited about what we have. She ranked 7 and 8. She's got a great team. She ranked 7 and 8. My internet connection is unstable. That's okay. Let's see what it says here. She ranked 7 and 8 in one day. That was May 9th. We got Ken Shuler. He ranked as well. So these are an example of people who are not going to just lie down with each and every one of you. Okay. We're going to have sales camps in July. In June, July, we expect to have more than 12 sales camps. Let me give you an idea about the sales camp. Corporate doesn't pay for them. Corporate does not pay for these sales camps, guys. Guess who pays for them? Every sales camp on my team, from the Congo to South Africa to Croatia to wherever we're going to have these sales camps, I pay for it 100%. Right? If I didn't believe that Qubitlife is going to be around, why would I come out of my pocket and put the money in? But am I sure they're going to be around? There's no certainty. Many of you guys know this. We go with calculated risk. Everything on this planet, everything we do, when we get married, it's a calculated risk. And we do everything we can in our power to ensure that we are doing the right thing. We can't ensure that our partners or the other people are doing the right thing, but we try the best we can. And we try to fight for what we want. Okay, so sales camp's going to be huge, going to bring in a whole lot of people. Our goal is to have 1 million people worldwide. That is our goal, 1 billion worldwide. That is the goal. So let's talk about the big update. These products are available right now today. Go to cryptoloco.net, cryptoloco.net. Yes, our new peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange that doesn't require any KYC because it's peer-to-peer is ready. Wide range of payment options, many support. And all we need to do is share this with as many people as we want. And then it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And thus all of the transaction fees are going to be external sources of revenue for the company. And it's going to contribute to their long-term viability. The frequently asked questions, I just noticed today, they're back there. All of the new changes that were made, you're going to see more of that in the back office. Okay. Now, if the master is a course put on by my good friend Evan. I can't pronounce his name in Russian, but I believe that social media is the key to success. We have one young man. He's about 25 years old from Russia. He brings in about 80 people a day, right? He's just amazing in Instagram. He's amazing in Facebook. He's amazing in YouTube. He is like a bomb. And I'm telling you, this is going to teach all of us. I'm going to attend this class for sure. I am hearing myself in an echo. Then you could buy it for $300. Why am I hearing myself in an echo? I'd rather get my
just I think there's a bit of a background noise. If you can mute yourself, because we keep on hearing the echo there. Guys, can you do that, please?
Yeah, you know what? I think I can do it. I'm going to do a mute all, and I won't allow anyone to unmute themselves.
Lovely, thanks.
No. Okay, so I think that does it. Thank you. Now, there's the To the Moon course that's going on. It's an advanced trading course. I talked to one of my colleagues. He says the price of this course is cheap as all heck, but I want to let you know I have about 147 tickets. I posted it in Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. If you want a free ticket, you're going to contact my personal assistant just by replying to him personally. So I believe this is a valuable course for those of you who already know a little bit about trading but want to know a little bit more. And so that's going to happen on the 19th of this month. So get that free ticket. I'm going to be buying more and more and more so you guys don't have to. Okay. Now let's talk about the startups that we have in the Qubitlife platform. We have Magic Lotto. There's going to be 15 evaluation stages. They're like stages of an IPO or ICO, if you will. You're going to be able to earn 315%. But this is not like one of those deals. When we talk about our venture capital fund that they're taking money from when we're ranked, we're talking about making money in the future on the profitability of these companies. Okay. So right now, I believe we're on the second or the third evaluation stage where we can buy lots. You can buy lots all the way from $100. I believe they're $100 each. The limit is $10,000 per account. You're going to be able to earn 315% in the future as the Magic Lotto become profitable. Okay? Vision Gold, good friend of mine, Marco Nastasi. He's a hothead. If you get 20 people on a leadership team in a group and something happens that we don't agree with, guess who's speaking? Myself and Marco. And we are hotheads. We have bad language. We swear. We tell the company what we feel. This is Marco. So his company, he's been doing gold mining. He's been many deals in the past year. Very intelligent guy, very smart. And I told him when he put his company into the pitch camp in the venture capital mode, I am buying lots. Not only did I buy lots from the website, I gave him over $100,000 for the development of Vision Gold because I believe in him. He's a smart guy. He may be a hothead, but it's okay. So am I. So we've got those lots that are already on sale, and I'm not sure where they are right now. You all know about Base Camp. Base Camp is put on by corporate. They drive a lot of revenue and ROI from these base camps. We're not going to have them every month anymore. We're going to have them maybe 2 or 3 times a year because they have promoted or launched sales camps. Sales camps are the regional camps that we put in. I just put on one in South Africa. It was a raving success, man. It was hard. It was difficult. And because it was my first time doing this, I've never done an event, not such a large event. And also not in South Africa. And I didn't think I was going to be able to make it to Dubai because they said that if I'd been in South Africa for 2 weeks, I can't come to Dubai. And you know what I did? I said, I'm going to go with God. The worst case scenario, they wouldn't let me into Dubai. I was going to call up my mother, get her a ticket, close my eyes, pick a warm weather country and say, let's do a vacation for 10 days. But for some reason, God saw to it that the people looking at my passport missed that important piece that I was in South Africa. So I was able to make it to Dubai, I tell you. So the sales camp is what we're going to be doing locally. The sales camp, as well as any base camp that I put on, again, the money comes out of my budget, out of my earnings, out of my pocket. I wouldn't do that if I didn't believe in the future potential of Qubitlife, regardless and in spite of all of the issues that we are having, which to me, you get that in any deal. We've got the travel network, which is part of Pitch Camp. Okay, many of you guys have seen that in your back office as well. Many of you guys see how much money we have in the venture capital fund, and it's given to these companies. You and your friends or anyone you know, you can also present your company, right, to pitch their deal in front of corporate and get a piece of the venture capital money that you and I are putting into the pot. So that's what we have here. But what's more important to me, what I find more exciting that I don't have to slide for, let me stop this share, that I don't have to slide for is Q Chain. I'm a technologist. I have a master's degree in software engineering. I built dApps. I trade in NFTs, non-fungible tokens. You know, I'm just really excited about that whole arena. One of the things that we have now is Q Chain. We've got the ICO already in progress. I participated in the private ICO and got it for, I think it was 2 cents. And in the public ICO that is going on now, I've bought a lot more as well. Why? One of the questions I asked, because we don't want to be another OneCoin, right? OneCoin said they had a blockchain. OneCoin couldn't show you the code. OneCoin shouldn't show you the blockchain. They said it was private. So I asked the question, before I go forward with promoting this, show me your GitHub code. I can read it. Yeah, we're being audited by a third party company right now. I said, show me your test net. Show me your main net. Boy, I had to pull teeth, but I got it. I downloaded, I'm actually running a node on my mobile phone for QChain. And one of the things that they say is they're going to be running at 1 million transactions per second. Let me make this crystal clear. Ain't nobody running at 1 million transactions per second. So I'm trying to get them away from that narrative. If they do 100,000 transactions per second, we beat Bitcoin. Bitcoin is 7 transactions per second. Ethereum is 15. Cardano is the Billy Bong. I love it. ADA, right? We've got Solana. All of these great guys coming out with great technology. I believe what we have here with Q Chain, I believe it's going to far surpass it if we're able to implement the strategic plan that's surrounding it. Everything about Qubitlife is going to be built on top of our blockchain, right? We've got some pretty smart people working on it. Andrea Zaitev have actually charged me and a couple of other guys with being the advisors in this arena. So that's what we're working on. So I'm not gonna be long here. I gotta go party with the boys, but I just want to let you know that we've got a lot of things going on. Yeah, we've got hiccups. Yeah, it makes people nervous. It does, and I can't say don't get nervous. But we either run away, go with another deal, which has the same potential for failure as any other deal, or we stick it out here and we play our cards here. And we just have to say we're going to take a calculated risk with Qubitlife. I'm going to pass it over to you, Ken.
Ken, you're still on mute, Ken.
Let me ask him to unmute.
I got it. Okay. No, thank you very much. I really appreciate giving that rundown. The people who are on the leader calls get to see that information, some of it, but a lot of people on this call perhaps not. But thank you for that, and thank you for your leadership, and thank you for being a bulldog and fighting for us. So let me ask you a couple questions. So one, yes. Is there any update on where they are with fixing the glitch that's in the system to restore the licenses that disappeared?
Yes, I've been beating them up about that, asking for time, asking for ETA. And I know from my history and last 35, 40 years about IT, when they give you a time, give them like 3 more months, right? But what I see right now, I see that in our back offices for many people, first of all, the consolidation of the licenses. At first, they said that they were going to consolidate the license, but we still saw them paying each of our licenses individually. You won't see that anymore. Go look. They're now consolidated license, and you get one payment every day on your licenses. That's number one. Number two, I have reports of people on our team who actually had their license reactivated. So that was today. So that looks like hope to me. So that looks like they're getting there. They're getting there. They're looking at, this is what they told me, they're looking at use cases. They're trying to understand where they failed. And here's my reaction. What the hell you mean you trying to understand where you failed? You know, I know where you fail. Fix it, right? But they're trying to see the use cases. And they're actually doing it. It's coming out, all kinds of great things. So I'm happy about seeing a little progress, because first we weren't seeing anything. And I was not happy with that. So we just have to be patient. And this is what I tell people. We need to, first of all, determine whether indeed our license was deactivated incorrectly. If you've got a team and you've got a $500, $1,000 license, and you made $1,500, you deactivated correctly. Because what was happening was people like you and I, we were making 1,000%, 10,000% on what we were putting in, which put a load on the financial foundation of the company, and a lot of money was going out. I'm going to tell you guys right now, and the disclaimer, I'm a hard worker, and I don't think many people work as hard as I do. I make $1.5 million a month. Could you imagine if you had a lot of me making $1.5 million, this company would have imploded already. We've got a lot of people making a lot of money. Many of you are making a lot of money, let's admit it. So that binary creep has been the bane of all companies, all the way from product-based companies and MLM since the beginning of time. That's why we got to have stopgap measures. And I think this is a great idea. Okay. So, yep, they're working on it.
So, Faith, 2 things. If your license was deactivated correctly, and or if it was deactivated incorrectly and not restored yet, what should they do?
If your license was deactivated correctly or incorrectly, here's your option. If it's correctly, you only have one option. You want to continue making money, you're bringing money, then you need to buy another license. But if incorrectly, here's your choices. I'm going to wait for corporate. Now, you know their support sucks. You know that they take a long time to get things done. So during this time, what's going to happen, you're going to be losing money. You're not going to be making money. But your downline took my advice and they started buying their license against all odds, in spite of what happened. And so you got all this money coming into your tree, all this direct referral bonus that you don't have any access to because you want to wait for the fix. My suggestion, my strategy, put some money in. Do the best you can. Put some money in. Buy some digital license. There's no such thing as upgrade. Ignore the upgrade button, right? Ignore it. You can buy, if you have like $11,000, you can buy 2 $5,000s and a 1,000. If you have $500, you can buy 4 $500 one or 500, right? It doesn't matter. It's all consolidated in any one way. Bottom line is get something, get a digital license in order to continue to earn.
Okay. So what, if you're a team builder going forward, what's the best strategy? How do you stay in front of the 250% so you don't lose rank and monies that you otherwise make?
What I hear from a lot of people, they're going to wait till they get to 249%. Okay, wait till you get to 249%, go to bed, go to sleep, and wake up and you're deactivated and all of the money that you've earned overnight, you lost. I say when you get to around 150%, throw $100 in, throw $1,000 in. Always make sure that you're in a position that you have buffer. Control your life, control your business. Make sure you have that buffer. When you get to 150%, 160%, maybe you want to buy a $500 license, maybe a $1,000 license. Give yourself, what happens is the calculations will recalculate your percentage. So if you're at 150%, you put a little bit more in, now you're at 140%. Follow me? Follow me. So I highly recommend that you guys don't go up against the wall. That's what I call procrastination. We know we get smacked with that. Just go on, keep track of your business and make sure it's optimized for you.
So Faith, with the new system, the builders are going to be earning the 250 faster. In your case, probably a couple times a day, perhaps.
Yeah.
How do you see that playing out for the builders with this new system?
So if you are a builder, what you're going to find is you're going to have people coming in. You're going to be getting direct referral bonus. You're going to be getting binary. You're going to be getting your weekly matching rank bonus, matching bonuses in the binary from your team, right? And again, what I tell people is you got to have to watch that barometer. Watch that barometer, because that's what I'm doing. I tell you, I remember the first day we implemented, I put $250,000 back in. I was at 68%, just like that. Right? So I'm at 68%. I'm waiting for 150 because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put maybe $20,000 more in, maybe 10,000, maybe 11,000. And then what happens is that's going to do great justice to your sponsor. And not only that, as your team duplicate what you're doing, your front line volume is going to increase. Why is that important? Rank. If I look at my ranking, my legs are fine. My left leg, my right leg. And let's say with rank 12, I need to get $2 million on my front line. That's hard. It's hard. But with this new plan, because everybody is going to be buying and buying and buying, I'm very close to rank 13.
Wow.
And so whatever rank you are, 5, 6, 7, 4, wherever rank you are, you're going to get there quicker. Your front line, the front line criteria, you're going to get there quicker. I like that. I really do. Because the lump sum that you're going is going to be amazing.
But if you, just to clarify, whatever rank level that you're at, or not rank level, but whatever level, like if you're a silver or a gold, let's say you're a gold.
Yeah.
And if you just go to sleep and you forget and it maxes out, right, you're going to be at nothing. And then you'll have to put that much more money back to get back to the goal earning status level. But if you don't ever let that expire and you keep adding to it, then you will maintain that gold position and you'll be earning a higher level on all of the commissions that you'll do. And then you can work your way up to platinum and so forth. Just don't let it go to zero because you kind of start all over, right?
Bingo. Because we know that people use money that they make in deals to pay bills, to get out of debt. A lot of times they don't have that cash on hand. So you don't want to take a $10,000 position and make it go to zero, right? So what you want to do with that $10,000 license that you have, you want to make sure it never expires, right? You want to go up or you want to maintain. You don't want to go down, because now when it expires, you got to come up with $10,000. And if you don't have the $10,000, you may have to put in what you have, $100. Now you're getting 6%, right? So watch your back office. Always add a little bit to it. Make sure you're maintaining your status, okay?
So, okay. All right. So Sharon is the world's greatest admin. So Sharon's been looking at the comments. Sharon, do you have some questions that you want to open?
Yeah, I've got one question that I think, oh, I'll wait for her to come back.
And I did see, while she's gone, I did see a question, what about the passive? So if you're a passive person, not a team builder, nothing has changed. All of your licenses are there. You will keep earning every day, 7 days a week until you achieve the total 250% return. You don't need to do anything different. Nothing at all changes. It's just the builders, because we have been able to earn at such a ridiculously profitable rate to sustain the company. They had to make this change.
Faith, one of the questions that I think, and just it's my own question really, because if you started with a pack, say you started with a 500 or 1,000 and you've upgraded and you've got to 5,000, could that be the reason why some of those packs have expired? Because you think you've got 5,000, but you've actually earned off those packs. Could that have been what's happened? Yes.
One of the things I've been trying to get corporate to look at, we've got a lot of people who have done that. I was always anti-compounding. I've got Alonzo's team. They never talk about the company. All of their presentations is about 100% compounding. And so when people come to me, I say, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You're never 100% compound. The goal in any deal that you get into is to break even at least. You break even and then maybe you do a 50% compound. But being that a lot of people did 100% compound, so they come in for $500. They've been compounding for the last 6 months, 7 months. Then it appears that they're at 250%, even though they didn't withdraw anything. So we're working with corporate on that. We say that's not fair. You guys need to come up with some type of algorithm to reactivate those licenses in which people did not withdraw. And so we'll keep you guys posted in that regards, but we think they should get something because they really aren't at 250%. They're only at 250% on paper.
And what if people have withdrawn, but they're still not at 250%? Well,
they have to look at that as well. So they're looking at the case. They're looking at the use cases, like they told me. They're going to look at all use cases and see what they can correct. But I think that the priority is to correct the ones that was blatantly, deactivated when they weren't at 250% and they didn't reinvest, for example.
Yeah, I think that might clear up a few of the problems, to be honest. I've got a lot of people basically, with you saying that they've consolidated all the licenses. So if somebody has like 10 licenses before, I know they've just got the one payment, how do they keep up with the payments? Because some people keep track of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like mathematics. Let's say, for example, you got $100 digital license, educational license, $100. Let's say it's at 100%. And let's say you buy another digital license when it's at 100% and you buy that for $100, right? That one is at 0%. So what that means is the combination of the two is at 50%. When you do the math, the combination is at 50%. So don't even consider looking at them separately because we're not getting paid on them separately any longer. The calculations are done and you just look at the total. And every time you buy, look at the total before and look at the total after. You'll see that it should decrease. That percentage should decrease because you got a 0% with your 200%. Now you should be at 100% if it's the same package price, the same license price. You follow me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that hopefully people understand. Somebody's put a question up. I'll just see who that is. They put a question saying they've been adding money into their account and it's up to 50K. Will they get paid daily? Well, yeah, because that's still the same.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, does it really?
Yeah, it doesn't change for passive people, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the big thing that people were concerned with because they didn't listen to us and they were out of touch was, let's say, for example, they had $100,000 digital license or educational license. And I told them we got 3 days, we got a few days, do not put any money in because all of us are at 250%. But many people weren't able to listen or didn't listen for whatever reason. They went back in, they put $20,000 in. And then when the new implementation came to the forefront, they lost the $20,000 too. They're at 250%. And the thing was, I know they didn't give us a lot of notice. I know that. But they gave us 3 days. And I called emergency meetings. I had 2 meetings. I told everybody to let their teams know. But a lot of people that I told, I'm telling you, girl, I told people in their face, having a drink, eating food, don't put any more money in. Come back to me, Dagfin. Come back to me. Well, we put this in. I said, Dagfin, why did you do that? Well, I was talking to corporate. Why are you talking to corporate? Yeah. So you end up losing $5,000, 20 grand, or what have you. There's nothing we can do about that because you're at 250%. So when you're at 250%, everything expired. Everything. I don't care if you just bought it yesterday. So don't do that.
We've got some people now worried because they've used the upgrade button and you've said don't use the upgrade button. Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Upgrade is going to tell you, let's say, for example, you got a $1,000 digital or educational license and you want to upgrade to 5,000. Click that upgrade button. It's going to say 5,000. So forget that. We're just buying all new licenses because of the consolidation. I'm trying to get corporate to get rid of the upgrade button because it doesn't matter anymore.
But if they did press it, it won't be any detriment to them. It's still the same as buying. It's just
it won't be any detriment. It's the same as buying. Absolutely.
Okay, so don't worry about that, guys. Let's have a look. We've got some people asking stupid questions, but not going to go into that.
Welcome to technology.
So somebody's asking, can we suggest to the company, I know it's difficult, about a deposit history being added into the back office to keep track?
Shoes. I've been asking for a CRM, a customer relationship management system. Could you imagine my back office with 100,000 members? I can't drill down. I've got 9,000 transactions. After I get the click, page 1 all the way down to 30, then I get a rate limiting error. So I've been beating them about that. We need more transparency back there in general. We need a whole new CRM. A whole new CRM.
I thought they were doing that. They did mention there was a new CRM coming.
They said that about 6 months ago?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was imminent. I thought it was on the card.
I'm on them about it. But, I think that the priorities right now is these corrections. And number 2, after that, I want everything that I'm asking for. I want that transparency. I know we've got people who are not receiving their binary points and things of the sort, but it's kind of hard to tell all the way down in your genealogy. So we get that transparency. We're able to analyze how much money we're making, who's not working, who do I help. We can get all of that data and information to build our business. And from day one, we've never had that. If you've got 10 people on your team, it's easy. But if you got, 5,000 on your team, it's quite different, right? If you got 100,000 or 50,000 on your team, man, you're just out of luck.
I know, it's not easy. I must admit. And that app, the app on the Telegram does help you when you've got to sign up, but that's about it.
Yes.
There's nothing else.
No.
Some people are asking about, can you just confirm, because I know people asked this yesterday, about the 250%. Does that include these things like the venture capital fund and the charity fund and the promotion fund? Does it include that?
No, and that's good because, we make our money. The 250% is going to be based on your earnings on the bonus, but it's not based on that huge VC fund or the charity fund or any of that. So in essence, instead of 250%, we're really getting a tad more than that. Right? Because they're not going to include all of those deductions into the 250%.
Right. And we've got some people asking the question, with regards to team building, for example, the fact that it's all being combined, and you obviously feel this as much as anybody else, but it's as though you're only really working for the rank bonuses now because everything else is just being thrown in the pot. But for me, I would say you're just going to make it, you're going to earn it quicker, surely.
Yeah.
There's no difference, really. You're still going to make the money, aren't you?
Yeah, me personally, I'm going to always be on time. I'm never going to expire. I'm always going to buy something when I'm at 150%. I'm always going to put my money back in order to make money, because I believe in that. In business, you got to put money in to make a lot of money. If we're not putting money in the pot, then whomever is giving you that money, they're going to go out of business. So I'm going to continue to do that. In terms of the binary, in terms of just working for the rank bonus, no, that binary could be huge. Get your 30-70 going on. When you're talking about the matching, last week I made $72,000 in matching. Why will I not get that? My mother taught me never to leave food on the table. That's why I'm not passive, because I saw the active. And then the active, we got direct. We've got the direct bonus down 4 levels, right? Everybody's going to get that regardless. But we got the binary matching. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that food. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my binary food. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. Some people don't want to do it. I don't care, but I'm not leaving any food on that table to feed some starving kids. I do charitable acts. I do a lot of charitable acts. But, we got to take what's in front of us, guys.
Exactly. So another question is about KYC. Do you think they'll be doing that anytime soon? Because we still, I do see this quite a lot. People opening multiple accounts and things like that.
No, I do not. No.
They're not going to, or you don't want them to.
I am like 92% positive they're not getting ready to do any KYC.
And this multiple account situation, is that a company thing that is okay or not okay?
No, it's not okay. It's never been okay. It's in their policy, always been in their policy, but we all have multiple accounts, right? So you just have to be smart about it. I have some people submitting tickets talking about they've got 5 positions. I'm like, oh God, you're not going to get that ticket answer. Put Jane, John, Judy, and Bob name on your accounts. Don't use the Gmail account like faithsloan@gmail.com, then FAIT.hsloan@gmail.com, then F.A.T. Use John Doe@gmail.com and Judy Smith@gmail.com, and then use your VPN and come into all of those accounts with a different IP address. I hope you guys edit this.
Wiki, just a very quick one. I've got a team in in the developing countries as well, and they want to ask, and that, and I know that things have evolved, and we've got that 250%. That's all going to be there.
Yeah.
How confident are you in the future of this company? And I'm going to be very straightforward here.
That we have to be straightforward. I'm always a straightforward person, so I really appreciate that. I'm as confident as I can be. I do everything relative. There's a risk in everything that we do, but what I'm doing here with Qubitlife, I'm taking a calculated risk, right? When I first started in network marketing, particularly online, I've been in network marketing about 30 plus years. Online, bam, we got smacked and killed. Then I learned more questions to ask the company. Next time, bam, we got smacked and killed. I got more questions. Now I have 17 questions that I ask. There's no guarantee that we're going to get what we want, but I tell you, I just do the best we can. That, we're all human, we're mere mortals. So I am confident that they're going in the right direction, right? That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. And what they do is on their side, and I have no control, but I just try to influence it. That's all I can do.
Fair enough. And what assurances are there in terms of your findings that you're actually trying to find out from the company every time that you're in a council meeting and when you're actually talking to these guys? I'm sure you're very brutal at certain things, but but I do understand that kind of works for you as well and for us, and we're glad, we're happy that we've got a leader like you. But when it comes to these meetings, I'm sure it's hard, it's tough, it's not easy. Yes, it's a bit of a boxing match, I believe so. Putting a word across, how soon do they adopt or do adapt that kind of strategy when you trying to discuss things like these? Are they willing to listen? That's the whole question here.
Yes, they are. Not on every point, because again, I tried to get them to give us 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks on the implementation of a new plan. And that didn't work very well, obviously, right? But there are many things that do work very well that I want them to implement. For example, the blockchain, Q chain. Show me your blockchain. Show me your nodes. Show me your GitHub. Show me your code. And they did deliver on that because I was demanding in that regard. Otherwise, you're just telling me you have a blockchain and you don't, right? So sometimes we have to also pick our battles. You know, what's our priority? To me, the priority right now is get everybody straightened out. Get everybody who was incorrectly deactivated, get them straightened out, right? And so in terms of the long term, what we're talking about in products and services, there are some things that they don't do well on an operational level that I talk about. Don't throw out products too quickly. And when we have a product, we have an educational product, I tell them, make sure that the Telegram works. You know, make sure that the translation can go across English and German and Italian and Russian, all of those type of things. So they are indeed working on improving that by getting more English speaking trainers and educators. And so my input does help, but of course, it's not going to be 100%. So I am confident that they're attempting to go in the right direction, but we just need them to tighten up on the operational end. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I think I've done with my questions here. Ken, if you want to take over, please.
Thank you very much.
Sharon, any other questions that you're
seeing? We've got a few people keep posting about the training for the bot. Is there any training for the bots themselves? Because that doesn't seem to be very easy to do.
Well, if you're not a trader, it's not going to be easy to do. So that's one of the things about utilizing a bot. Most people utilizing the bot already know how to trade. They've got an MT4 on their mobile phone or on their computer. They know how to turn it on. So what I've done is, and it's in our team YouTube channel, I did a video because you only use Binance or Bitfinex. Binance, United States can't even use. So it doesn't matter for them anyway. And Bitfinex, the United States can't use. But for everybody else around the world, I created a video. I didn't create a video on how to use Binance. I created a video on how to set up the bot, right, in your back office and how to hook that baby up to your Binance account and let her run. You know, a lot of people ask me the question, well, does it have anything to do with my wallet balance and Qubitlife? No, it have nothing. It's just a product anybody in the world can use. So my YouTube channel is youtube.com. Somebody write that down for people. I got a lot of videos there. youtube.com/Queen Wiki, QUEEN WIKI, the number 1. youtube.com/Queen Wiki 1/videos. And go in there and you'll see my video on how to set up the bot in your back office in Qubitlife. Okay, but I didn't do one on how to use Binance. You're on your own. Use YouTube for that.
And it's on there.
It's easy.
We've got people asking about, obviously, at the moment, really, Qubitlife isn't officially in the US or Canada and places like that. Do you know, is there anything that you know that it is going to be there eventually or not?
Girl, you know as well as I do, nobody wants to be in the US.
No, I know.
You know, the great laws that we have. You know, you could be doing all of the right things and you're making $700 million in your company, or $1 billion. $700 million is the magical number for the United States. You're making $700 million or more, they're going to try to take it all. That's just how our government works. No company out there, you notice, all of these deals that are out there, no United States. All of the cryptocurrency exchanges, no United States. It doesn't mean they're doing anything bad. It means that nobody has time for their shit. Even the United States, they're leaving. Blockchain technology companies, not MLM companies, blockchain technology companies are leaving. All of our high tech leaving the United States. I don't know what's wrong with them, but that's a whole nother subject.
Exactly. One last question, really, probably. I think we've kept you long enough. You know how in the back office we used to have all the company documentation, but now they're in Singapore. We don't seem to have that. Do we know if it's coming or not?
The reason why that was taken out, it was not announced months ago that it was a management restructure. And so I don't know if you remember when Mark Swicko talked about now we have a 3-legged stool, right? Yeah. And that first leg is the education piece, which has nothing to do with investment, trading, or anything. It's going to be driven by the revenues that are generated from education, base camps, etc. Then the second stool is going to be regulated. That's the VC fund, right? And then the third stool that's going to be regulated is the Q chain and anything about blockchain, ICOs, and cryptocurrency. So once they get all that crap together, Mark Swicko's in charge of that with Graham. Graham Leach, he's a funny guy. So once they get all of that together, then they'll provide all of the documentation. But it is rather tricky, and they're trying to do that out here in Dubai and in other countries.
Right. Okay. So that's the answer to that question, guys. There is lots of other questions, but they're repeating themselves. And to be honest, some of them really Ken can cover. You've done really a fantastic job today. So thanks from me anyway.
Sorry, can I ask one question?
Sorry, Jay, I forgot about you. Sorry.
That's all right. Queen Wiki, I just have a question about the rank. So now the rank, some of them is going into adventures, 20%. For example, I got into rank 6. Some went into the adventures program. So when it goes in there, are we getting any kind of profit from that?
So here's how it works. The rank bonuses that we're getting for the last 2 months, I believe it's been 2 months since they've changed it, because at first they didn't take anything from it, and you got everything. Yep. Now they take the VC fund, depending upon what your rank is. They take the 20% from me. I think my VC fund probably 11 or 12%, and then they take the 20% also for the promotion, and then the 1% for the charity. So they take all of that out. When you're asking me the question, is going to be an advantage to you. I know that we have the opportunity to purchase lots, but quite frankly, one of the questions that I'm interested in getting an answer from, and I forgot to ask, is all of us who are ranked, who are not buying lots, how do we benefit from putting our money in the VC bucket? So, matter of fact, hold on, let me write that now. let me write that now in the leadership group. Hold on. Hello. Those of us who do not purchase lots, I'm telling you, I'm on it. Do not purchase lots. What type? Because I believe that the answer was we would get it when they become profitable, just like any typical VC fund. But I want them to tell me what type of profitability will.
Didn't they say that money would go in your frontline sales as well? Something to do with that?
Yeah, in terms of the frontline sales, when somebody's money goes into that pot, that money should also go into your frontline sales as well. I know that initially that was happening. I'm not sure whether it's continued. I can try to monitor that, but I do see strange numbers in my front line, like 0.92, for example, or 0.22, and I know that's not from $100 digital license, so it's coming from somewhere, but I haven't analyzed it yet. So go over the vision goals. Someone is asking.
I've explained it. You go into your back office. It's quite easy to find in your back office.
Let me do.
So you go into your back office and look under venture funds, and if you want to purchase it, you just have to make sure you have a balance, or you would actually fund it like you would a normal education package. It's quite simple. We've still been asked about the 21%. Is that still 21%? Do we know, Ken? It's not changed, has it?
Not that I've heard. Maybe.
No.
Yeah, still 21.
Well, we have heard.
Okay.
Hey.
So where are we? What's the question?
The 21% per month, is that still 21% for the passive? It's not changed.
It's approximately 21%.
Yeah. So that's not changed.
No. Passive, fine. None of this stuff affects the passive people at all.
People asking about what's the benefit of Vision Gold. Val, I'll get in touch with you myself and I'll explain what it is.
Thank you.
No problem.
Vision Gold is the Billy Bong, man. I like the guy. I like his business style. It is the Billy Bong. I love it. But we do need a little more detail and be able to communicate that with the community. So we're going to be working on that.
Queen, I just want your input on this one. So now that we have Travel Network, a new one come in, and Basecamp. Do you think it's profitable to put some money in there, buy some lots on all of them?
Well, there's no lots on Basecamp.
On the
Basecamp
base,
is not part of the VC fund.
I
They
think
did say it was going to be.
there is.
Basecamp part of the VC fund.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't buy any VC. I wouldn't spend money on lots on Basecamp. They make too much money on that already. And that's corporate. So what I'm looking for people like you and I who have companies that I can bet on, not corporate.
Exactly. I put more on the gold than anything else, right?
The gold, yes, absolutely.
I know, I was quite surprised when you said that Basecamp and the travel was going to be opened up to non Qubitlife members. And I thought, oh my God, can you imagine people going on those holidays? They're going to get bombarded. I wouldn't be going.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm going to get a lot more information because since we've been in from day one, a lot of details aren't presented to us. And so we have to beat the crap out of them to get it, right? And so we're going to be working on that very much diligently. So, but I got to figure out about the Basecamp thing. That should not. I don't know who said that. I didn't hear anything about Basecamp being in the pitch camp.
They mentioned it on the the leader call the other day. They did mention it, so we could do with checking that.
Who was talking?
Oh, the Russian fella.
What is that?
Yakov.
Oh, do you know something? Can you tell them as well? Can we have the Russian guy who does your rank 5 call on the rank 3 calls, please? Because he's better.
Which one?
The one who does the rank 5 ones is much better. He's a really good. He's got
Yakov?
The what? Sorry,
Yakov?
I don't know his name. He's the interpreter.
Oh.
You know the one you had in Dubai, the translator? He was a lot better.
He was brilliant.
Yeah. Yakov bores me, quite frankly.
Oh yeah, it's like really boring. Yeah, the other one, it was like, I thought, oh my God, I can actually listen to this. Where normally I'm shutting my ears. I think we've kept Queen Wiki quite long enough, haven't we?
I believe I know who you're talking about. We'll see what we can do.
Queen Wiki, when do you think all this will be rectified? Any
I can't even tell you. I'm not even pretending like I'm God.
Or like an estimate, like a week, maybe?
I can't do that.
No?
I can't.
Okay.
They're working on it around the clock, right?
Yeah, that's all we can say in that regards. But I can't predict anything because I'm not in their software. My software, I'll give you an estimate. Not my software.
Faith, let me ask you one last question.
Yeah, got to be last because people are waiting for me. Okay.
Got it. All right. So some of the people on the team were really positive about this. They thought it was great. Their whole goal is for the company to sustain and last forever. They love the company, love it, and they're 1,000% all in. And then there's various levels, and there's people on the other end of the spectrum that are feeling kind of the opposite. They're feeling bummed or put out or whatever. What would you say to those people about the change, about the company, about continuing with Qubitlife? What say you?
Yeah, this is what I tell people. And I just, you know me, I'm very blunt. And I don't pretend like I know everything. And I'm not a company babe. I just believe in what I believe in at that moment. And so what I tell people who are not comfortable with the changes is, so what are you going to do about it? If things are presented to you in your life that are outside of your control, you cannot focus on those things that are outside of your control. Now, depending upon what your goals are and where you are, let's focus on what's in your control. Then the question becomes, what are they going to bring to the table? Are they going to be around for a while? Are they pulling our leg? Blah, blah, this. We can't tell you with 100% certainty of any of that because we are not they. But when I'm looking at what they're producing for the future, particularly in terms of blockchain technology, in terms of building that foundation, this is the thing that gets me excited. I like the idea that they're going to have an awesome technology that's going to back them up. Will they need more technologists involved to build this thing? Yeah. Will they need better operational procedures and an operational executive and manager? Heck yeah. But other than that, you make your choice. You can go with AA company or BB company. I guarantee you, all of those companies are going to have the issue too. Or you can go with Amway. Or you can go with Avon. And you'll make 5 cent profit margin. So we're gonna do this as best as we can. We're going to be honest with all of the people that touch us in our lives. That's all we can do. Just be honest. If you don't know the answer to a question, say, I don't know, but here's what I feel, and this is what I do. But I'm not going to guarantee, I'm not going to be the one that's going to guarantee any of you anything, because I'm not a salesperson. I'm the type of person, I get leaders come to me all the time. So what is the guarantee? And how much money are you going to give me? I said, there's no guarantee, and I'm not giving you anything. Well, I'm going to go to someone else. Bye-bye. Because I don't care. Because I want to tell you what I want to tell you. And I want you to be comfortable with what I want to tell you. And then you go with the other guy who's going to lie to you. And then you come back crying to me. What do? I'm going to tell you what I feel. And you want me to say something else? Not happening. Not happening. So I'm going to ride this train. That's what I tell people. I'm going to ride the train. We can lock elbows and ride it. Can we predict the future? No. Can we? But what I do know from my interactions with the company, they are trying hard, and they do have deficiencies on the operational and the technology side. Yes, that's all I know. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate your time, and appreciate everybody on the team, everybody showing up, and I'll get a recording of this and put it out to the team. But thanks, guys. And that's the thing. Anytime, I'll close with this, what Faith said, as I completely agree. You know, the things that are outside your control, they just make you crazy. You can only deal with what you can deal with. And you know, you either accept it, look for the positive, find a way to make it, turn that around into something good, and say, boy, now we can make money, you know, at hyper fast, you know, do the 250% over and over and over, or you get bummed out about it and just, you know, whatever. And what good is that going to do? But everybody needs to make their own decision, have their own attitude and outlook about things going forward. But I'll say the best company I've ever done. Faith, you and I had this conversation way back when. I don't know if you remember it, but you said the same. Best thing you've ever done in your entire life, right? Best program. Yep. Same here. Yep. So
it has been. And I'm not just talking about the money. It's that, not my money. I can make money anywhere. But all of the people who are looking at, I got $500. They never made $500. All the people who are ranking, never ranked in any deal. All of the excitement we have behind this, right? And this is what I tell corporate. I said, we got something here. Let's do the right thing, because it's just amazing. We've got people in South Africa, in Nigeria, and you know, $100 is a lot of money in Nigeria, in Acacia, in off of Kwara State, in even Abuja, even with their money. So we've got all these people, and they're like, "Wow, I'm paying bills. I can actually go shopping." You know, changing the life. I got one of my leaders from a mud hut to freaking Saks Fifth Avenue. She's putting on events all over South Africa. She tells her story everywhere she goes. It's truly amazing. That's why I'm like, please, Qubitlife, be the one. Be the one, because it's impacting a lot of lives, not just you and I. Many of us, we can go anywhere, any company, make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you look at the guys who are below, and they like, I don't have a network, right? And you see that they do a little something. I ain't talking about the lazy ones. I'm not talking about them. I get tired of talking to them. But the guys are doing a little something, and they're actually coming up. I mean, it's like amazing. It's amazing to me, man. This is like cool. But anyway, let me get out of here. Such a pleasure being here, guys. Thank you, Ken, for inviting me here. Okay. And I hope I provided some type of value to each and every one of you.
Hey, can I just ask you one last question about the sales camps? Will there be any in the UK? Will there be any in English?
If you want a sales camp in the UK, go talk to your sponsor. It'll happen.
He's there.
Because the leaders do the sales camps. The leaders do the sales camps.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. God bless.
Thank you.
Talk soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.